Niger Nerds.
Hello and welcome to Ninja's Geeking Out podcast. This is episode 298. Shit, I've forgotten the
258. Jesus Christ.
Start again.
Just carry on. Just carry on. We'll allow you.
episode 258. They told me this just before I started. But oh well, who cares? Anyway, we are all here today except for Kex, who for some reason has to actually work. I mean, he has to justify his salary, but it's a good thing. Red, how are you doing?
Well, I'm here on behalf of Kex. I want to say thank you. Another week of no shame, where we're happy to be here. So.
It's weird. Like, it's a good thing for you guys. 3 weeks on.
I'm not happy about
it. It's a very strange feeling. It's like this is bait. Like you refuse to believe.
Can you just have a word with Amon that you should not make it a habit, please?
We should, I think, and I don't even believe it.
I want him to give them enough rope so they keep him for signing new contract for like the next 5 years. With him. But yeah, but it's been a good weekend all week round. I mean, all the teams I want to lose lost.
Our enemies are down.
So fantastic week. Well, yeah. So this week we have a special episode planned. We'll be looking back at the history of comic book related TV shows from the very first one. And it's been a very interesting thing researching and digging deep into this particular content. Well, Dakwa did a lot of the research, so that's good. And by research,
you've been just remembering.
Yeah. I wasn't going to go there yet. Because I'm sure you were there when the first episode of the first TV show was released and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk about this one day. But yeah. So there's that. But before we get to that, we need to talk about the JMV finale that dropped.
Yeah. The current TV series that we're watching,
Yeah. I mean, it's this particular TV show that made us realize we wanted to go back and look at what came before.
It sent you back to the past.
Yeah, just to be able to appreciate where we are right now in terms of TV shows. But yeah. Gen V finale.
Yes.
Last episode ended up with Moira. What's her name? Mary. Yeah, Mary. Awakening Godolkin.
Yep.
Yeah, and this guy turned out to be the most disappointing villain. Like, it's just a waste of space. Disappointing. Like, it's supposed to be the Apocalypse, the first superhero villain, the sinister of the series, and it turns out to be some of the dumbest megalomaniac I've seen in a long time. Yeah,
you've watched 7 episodes of this season already.
And
you're expecting something epic from the show for the last episode.
No, I wasn't expecting anything epic. I mean, but by the standards of even this show, even within the context of this show, it still turns out to be the dumbest person in this show. This is a show that has Sister Sage just saying everything that happened was her plan.
Oh.
And yes, we have a guy with even worse planning. Like even for like how stupid this show is, it's still dumber than the kids.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, so it's like I'm like, what are the writers smoking? I know you guys cannot be this. Let's get into it a bit.
Yeah.
So is Giant's plan for calling the head, as he calls it, is to go on TikTok and announce that I'm Godolkin, I am back.
Right, sorry. I need you to back up a bit. Because so the very first thing we see is a flashback.
Oh, the part where he injects himself with V.
Yeah. So my first issue starts with that. And this issue might just be me forgetting the law of this universe. I thought the only V they had could be given to babies. And that they couldn't give adults V. That was my understanding. And that only started back, that's why all those people who had V were people born in vitro. It was admitted in vitro. Yet he's picking up V off the floor and injecting it straight into himself, and it's working.
But didn't that happen in The Boys? Butcher.
That was like the
Yeah, but
name.
that's much
Actually,
later.
they offered Butcher a type of V for that much
Yeah.
later as well, for like permanent V.
Yeah, but
But that means
it
it
wasn't
works,
that being able to give it
That was supposed to
adults
be
came along way later.
yeah.
Okay.
But apparently this guy is a sinister, so he probably invented it early
For
and
himself.
then
Yeah, maybe.
yeah. Yeah, but like that's like a blip in the
In the Matrix,
universe that happened. So the founder of the what's this thing called?
What?
Of Vought, their leader, their like
Yeah.
mythological figure comes back to life and decides he's going to announce this on TikTok. And his whole goal is to call the head in school and say that, hey, I'm going to reset the rankings to 0. All of you need to come and test with me. All of this is done in one day. And everybody just expects to believe him. I'm like, okay, how does he reset the rankings to 0? Why should anybody take his word for it?
yeah.
Who is this speaking to?
How is he in charge of the school? Where is
Guys, where are the questions?
Yeah,
Why
where's
should
the
anybody
questions?
listen to this random person?
where's the stuff of not just turning up?
So he just came from nowhere and established himself.
Exactly. He just announced on TikTok. This is not even a meeting or anything. He just announced on TikTok.
He literally just said a social media post.
So it could have been easily been a shapeshifter.
Yeah, it could
that
have been AI, it could have
changed
been anything
face.
that did it, and these people were turning up for this so-called curl.
Yeah, and he says, "Okay, I am going to reset all the rankings to 0 because, like, who has cared about the rankings since the beginning of this show? Nobody."
Yeah.
And he says, "Okay, for all of you that want to know, all students will be tested. All of you should come to the hall one by one. I mean, in groups, to be tested and get your new rankings based on how you fare in my little test for you. This test, and he wants to do this for all the students.
Yeah.
He will test one batch. After that one batch, his plan is to test multiple batches, one by one. And his first test is to turn for him, his own personal goal is to get stronger in using his powers, and is to turn all of them, control all the students to fight themselves, basically. That's his goal. Like, that is his end goal. There's no other goal there. He's like, I'm going to make all of you fight yourself.
Yeah.
Whoever the next students will come in, they'll fight themselves. Even in the episode, somebody runs away from this thing, from he uses his powers to run away. And already that's the end of this plan. I'm like, okay, who else is going to come in and test themselves when they know the goal is you killing them?
Nah, it's to me.
What the fuck is going on here?
Wait, so they knew what the goal was.
We had a student literally run on the streets,
So the first
shouting, "He's killing them!" Yeah, from the first
the
batch.
first batch did not know when they went in.
Yeah.
When it started,
I mean, yes.
luckily, or I don't think it mattered. One of them was you can face through wall, so he just ran. Instantly saw what's going on. He ran for the wall before he could get controlled, and he was shouting. He started running around campus telling everybody this is. But even after that,
Nobody took.
a second batch turned up.
Like nobody listened to him, like horror movie.
I'm guessing maybe some did, but there was enough people.
No, the second batch was all the heroes and their friends.
Was it all of them?
Yeah, it was purely them.
Oh, okay,
it was purely them.
Okay.
The second batch was purely the heroes and I'm like, guy, what is your end? How do you think this is going to work? If you're just going to be massacring students and you expect them to keep turning up for you to massacre them, like assuming
that's not my biggest issue with this. My biggest issue
there was an issue
that this guy, no matter how they try to hype his power, this guy, he himself, he's a soup. So you have a baseline level of strength and vulnerability that's better than humans, but any of those other guys there, if they hit him with their own power, he's done.
He's dead.
All it takes is one shot. It's almost like a Wonder type.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, guy, you are very vulnerable. You are super vulnerable. But obviously,
like, why are you even showing yourself in public in the first place?
Yes.
Like, what level of
that kind of power
anyway,
set is powers that you will use in a very
The way he has been using it in the first,
behind the scenes type of way. You don't want people to know that this guy he can control you because they'll just laser your head off. I mean, it's very contrived, but to be honest, at this stage in the show, I think it's the level of the show. Anyway, and now I'm not surprised. I was not really surprised at all. I mean, they try to use this, and we'll get to it in a minute, but we get a lot of guest appearances. And I think the very first one we get.
Was it from the Boys Universe or just
So we get Sister Sage back. We get Sister Sage back. Who is sleeping with this guy? Is back in his main body. They are talking. She's like, okay, the next plan is for us to convince, meet up with Homelander, convince him that you're on his side, blah blah blah, so that there's no conflict. And he's like, I don't want to do that. And Sister Sage is apparently surprised that the megalomaniac she's sleeping with is a megalomaniac. And it's not.
That annoys me. So Sister Sage knows this guy's part of Odessa, right? The whole Odessa thing.
Yeah.
Why would you be anybody related to Odessa as a black woman? I mean, you might say you're super smart, but still, the whole thing, none of this bears any deep examination at all.
It's bad. So this happens, and then they go. So Homelander calls Sister Sage. She cuts the call. She gets. I don't know why she sent Black Noir to capture Polarity. I'm not sure why.
So I think Red. Let me get it. So Thomas puts out the social media call for people to come out for this.
For this test.
Yeah.
Marie actually puts out a counter social media post, which seems to have no effects because she has still turned up for the first battle. They get into it. That goes.
So wait, so this guy on social media, does he have a lot of following, or how does it just go viral?
We don't know where. Maybe he was using Cypher's account.
He's using Cypher's account. Yeah.
But yeah. There's so many questions about that whole, and the fact that people say, who? Where's he come from? You were dead like in the 1930s. Who? But none of that happens. Then, and today was right, actually. The second group that comes is a planned group. So Marie, they recruit people. Some of the soups we've been seeing, some of them in the background, they basically recruit them. And basically, that guy that has a black hole for an arse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they basically pack themselves into this guy's backside. Oh. And he's one of the guys. So when he's one of the batch that goes in. And obviously when he gets it, then he starts shitting out all these other people. Trying to overwhelm. In the end, the battle is going on, but for a while,
it's not really
he's still beating them all up. The whole thing is silly. I don't get me started about this. And I think at one point they tried to get is it the Chameleon? I can't remember what her name was. To try and copy
the Mimic to copy his powers, and then she realized she could control all of them using his powers. Well, I'm not sure what happened. She loses control or something.
Yeah, I think the guys overwhelmed her power. First it was winning, and then the guy reasserted. So basically, he's almost like the same power set, battling for dominance. And he won. To cut long story short,
he probably has more experiences in the power. So
Polarity turns up, and he was basically the game changer.
But before that, before Polarity turns up, like Polarity was. Sister Sage already took out Polarity from the table. By earlier in the episode, she sent Black Noir to capture Polarity. I think Polarity was going to go and report or something. It was going to do something. It was going to do something.
No.
These are right.
No. Sorry. Polarity was Dog, the guy who we knew as Cypher before. Reds. The guy who was acting as Cypher.
Yeah, Cypher,
it was taking him
to get some treatment because he was injured, and so he was driving. So Polarity was trying to get that guy away, and out of nowhere, in the middle of this motorway,
Noah attacks
Noah
and
attacks
kills.
and kills Doug.
Yeah, then captures Polarity, throws him in jail. But when Sister Sage realizes this guy is going off the rails, he comes to meet Polarity, lets him out. Like, she gives a very stupid speech about, oh, I liked you when you didn't have anything. Apparently, he's supposed to be a control on, control on, what's his name? On Godolkin.
Godolkin,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so she lets him out, and so he has to come as a big hero moment because Mary comes into that final fight with them, and she's also losing.
Yeah.
But Polarity comes in, blasts everybody away because his powers makes him automatically immune to Godolkin.
Godolkin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So can I make one point here?
Yeah.
When they sent Black Noir to kill, I actually I think the message was kill both of them. Kill.
No, it was to capture
I don't think
Polarity
because he was
because he brought Polarity back.
Yeah, because I thought it was because he was fanboying over him. He was fanboying
No.
over Polarity a lot. He was taking
If it was
selfies
Sister Sage,
and talking about, oh yeah, I remember when you were. So I'm thinking, was it you out of your own violation did not kill him to bring back?
no.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Sage references it that you are like my backup against Godolkin. That I liked you with you having nothing to lose because then you can just go all out, kill him and kill yourself. That kind of deal. So that was the plan for that. Which, like, okay, you're still foolish for your entire planning, but yeah, I don't care. And so we get to the final battle where Polarity has Godolkin on the ground.
Yep.
He's back just controlling himself. And he's about to kill Godolkin. But Mary walks up to him. They exchange a look. That's Mary and Godolkin. They exchange a look. And then Mary just steps in and blows up Godolkin's head. This is where I am not sure what happened. And I've asked several times. Where did Godolkin take over Mary?
Right. But you know,
in that bit.
But you know he did previously.
What? Yes, he had controlled Marie previously.
Yeah. So it's passed to the point where he can control Marie. But in that scene, and because when I was watching it, I'd already heard comments about this whole. And I was that scene. It makes no sense if that theory is true, because you've killed the body. You know, so he could control people, but his body was always there, and it's like a projection control. How does that work if you've actually? Why would you blow your own? But now, because then that means your power set is almost like you're now possessing somebody, and you have no body.
Yeah, because it might be an evolution of his power set one that his mind jumps bodies, because it will, if that is his power set, it will make sense for him to realize, you know what, I've fucked up my play with this particular body. There's no way I'm going to get away with this. The next best thing is to control the next Odessa person that has enough power of their own to do what I want to do. Yeah. So that would make sense in a sense.
But then and again, I don't want to give these guys too much credit. Then there's no point even in Marie stopping Polarity. If he was controlling Marie at that point, what does it matter who kills?
No. My thought is that Polaris was on the ground. Yeah. Godolkin is on the ground. Yeah. He realizes Polarity is about to kill him.
Yes.
And then rather than use Polarity to kill him, and he can't control, he just says, you know what, I'll jump into Mori, let Mori blow my body away. That settles the issue of Godolkin. There's no suspicion anymore. Yeah, but so I'm safe.
Yeah, what would it matter if the death blows? Why would you just jump into Marie, but still let Polarity do the killing? You're dead. Don't get me wrong. I actually see your point.
Yeah.
I can see some writers saying, "Oh no, let's do this." So then we say that's why he did it. Yeah. But technically, it really matter who killed.
Who killed
them? Yeah, and it would be it's less suspicious if Polarity did it naturally
than if The
only reason why we are now having this theory is because of that her stopping Polarity doing it to do it herself.
Yeah, to do it herself. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense because the way she talks afterwards. I went to watch it again. It feels like Maury talking, but there is a smirk at the end of the show, at the end of the season, like when it goes fade to black. Maury smirks in a kind of. It could either be interpreted as girl power have won, or like this person is smirking, and I'm like, I'm not sure how to read it because. Unfortunately, Maury gives a lot of like heartfelt speeches afterwards. Like she talks to Polarity, she talks to Jordan, she talks to her sister, and brings up a lot of resolutions to all these plot points.
If I slap you, resolution my ass.
And a resolution according to the show, like.
So, is that going to be a season 4?
Most likely,
I
otherwise it's just dovetail into the boys.
Yeah, I think most likely it would just be the boys and the Jeffrey just blend into one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they joined the Gen V crew.
Yeah. So at the end,
yeah,
they joined the resistance. The people, the anti.
Yeah.
So basically Starlighter and A Train.
Mother's Milk. Was it A Train or Mother's Milk? Oh, it was A Train. It was A Train. Yeah.
For me, maybe pause. So they appear at the end, and then they do the Star Wars thing. Welcome to the Resistance. Yeah. You know that kind of. In a way, I thought it was a bit cringe. If I'm being honest,
it was cringe.
I can see what they were going for. Oh god, you guys are not even pulling this off at all. And so that's why I believe that maybe Jeffrey will now just become part of the boys, and the next plot of season, I don't know, can't remember what season we are on the boys, but I'm thinking that's where they conclude everything. I don't think they're going to Gen V. I don't know. They might then do, if it's Gen V, they might do a new set if they wanted to carry on doing Gen V.
No, they might, if they beat Homelander in the new season, and they can say, okay, go back to school, you've won Homelander, go back and continue your studies.
If they don't want to wrap up that season, then they're not killing Homelander.
No, it's supposed to be the final season for the boys.
Yeah.
Supposed to be the final season.
So to the mentioned resolution, there's one scene when the sisters, the sisters that have been having all these issues, and then they had this talk in this episode, and they started laughing and making. I swear, I wanted to slap both of them.
Who was right? Who was wrong?
No, they just literally moved from all the angst.
I mean, I'm talking about your discussion last week.
No. What do you mean? I'm always right.
We are still disagreeing.
Yeah. So
yeah.
But what this episode does not do anything to address it. They just literally move past it. Now they're laughing the best friend, the besties, and they were laugh. Hey man,
the outsider that took sides. They just let people go.
No, I'm not worried about that. What I'm just saying is that you build all this angst between these two people. You've had all this traumatic stuff that's just literally happened in this episode, and then that banter is almost like they just went to school and had some prank, some dinner.
No, they just say, I'll let it go because they just won a battle. There's the high of just beating the bad guy. They survived. They are celebrating. There's no
all the moments
deep explorations.
All the moments of resolution in this episode annoyed me. So then
the entire show annoyed me.
We had scenes where, because Kex was always banging, so another debate we were having about was Marie's behavior, where Kex was focused on this idea of Marie abandoning those people. Marie also abandons them. So in this episode, when they've won, now Jordan turns around and basically says, well, we don't trust you not to leave us again, hence we're not dating anymore, we're leaving you. And I'm thinking, Huh? It makes no sense whatsoever. So they literally walked away. So basically, they're
broken up. Yeah,
they're broken up.
I mean, the lack of trust is there. I get it.
Lack of trust.
I don't trust you anymore.
It's almost like
I get your reasons, but I don't trust you.
It's like me telling my son, I'll go to battle and I lock my sons in the room to go and say, so I don't want them to die. I come out and then my son say, we don't trust you anymore. We're leaving you. Are you mad?
That's your son. Like, it's your wife. We are meant to be partners together. You've been fighting together.
My wife. I'm fighting for my wife.
Both of you have been partners together. You have been fighting this battle together. And you now remove the agency from her.
I am stronger than you. I'm the more powerful. The
Okay,
list-
let me switch it this way.
Yes.
Let's not use strength.
Yes.
Let's use intelligence. Both of you have been making decisions together, and he gets to one particular decision. And I say, I'm smarter than you. I'm not allowing you to have a vote in this decision. I'm going ahead to do what I want to do because it's a smarter decision. And you do it. It turns out well, and you turn around and you expect her to like be happy with that because it turned out well. No, you've broken her trust already.
No,
You've shown you don't trust her to.
No, you're moron. you're known for making moronic decisions. You know.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. Regardless of whether.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
okay. But to me, then that and in a weird way, I'm not happy to accept that as an expression that I'm a moron, so now I'm annoyed and I'm going to walk away from you because you did that. Fine, I'll accept that.
No, so because it's like, regardless of whether the other person is a moron or not, the fact that both of you entered this relationship fully knowing that you guys are doing this together, you've been fighting this fight together before this relationship entered. Like she was already, yeah.
You can be fighting something together. It doesn't mean you can't be tactical about that fight. It doesn't mean every single fight.
It's the fact. No, it's not about being. It's not about being tactical. It's a lack of trust. If they've had a discussion and they've like, okay, you know what? We've had this discussion. We agree. You will do this. I will stay behind. That's fine.
No, but
the fact that Maureen refuses to have that discussion every single time.
She knows the response because the person more. Anyway,
that's the point. That's the point. Let's not rehearse that.
But yes. They no longer.
They end the relationship,
yes.
But I'm like, honestly, Gen V has been, like I said, it's been assignments for me. Honest, if not for this show, I won't be watching Gen V. It's been, it's not my show at all. And funny enough, I like this kind of setting. I like you are blending high school. You are blending superheroes, coming of age stories. There is so much you can do with this kind of storytelling. I mean, there's a reason Spider-Man is popular. There's a reason Sky High was popular when it came out. You can do a lot, especially now with all these adult themes that are happening. There's a lot of ways you can do this particular story without being dumb. Like, not everything has to be. I think Gen V is made worse by being in the boys' universe.
I think that's part of the problem, if I'm being honest. I think in the first season, it was they did well to keep most of it unrelated to the general world. You know, obviously it was related, but we didn't start to see. I think was it not the last episode before we saw a major person from the boys turn up. And so they focused more on the. But now I don't know whether the course change they did because of the death of Andre was our fault, or it's just bad writing. I think season 1 was way better than season 2.
Even season 1, like the world building, I already had issues with the world building. Like the old ranking system, how does it work?
So no,
the whole school, how does that work?
In season 1, the ranking system did not great because it was clearly who's the best. It's almost like when you valedictorians. Who's the valedictorian? Who's going to get the sponsorship to
join? But like what goes into the calculation of who gets it? Because it kept on changing rapidly. Anyhow, like 1 minute is people that have been in the school for years. Or a random minute is Maureen from nowhere. Okay, how did that happen? Then next day, someone posts a social media post and it's somebody random, and I'm like, okay, how?
So you wanted more around the mechanics of how it worked.
Like I wanted to understand. Okay, this is what you're committing to. Let's get it. It just feels like someone thought, okay, superhero school writing.
It kind of reminded me of, and I hope I'm not going to get hate from the Harry Potter films. I mean, I'm a Harry Potter fan myself. I watch all the movies.
Yeah.
But what always made me laugh was the random number point assignment they used to give in the Harry Potter show. 2,000 points to Gryffindor.
Those point systems were intentionally random. Like even in universe, everybody knew this was nonsense. It's like everybody accepted that this is nonsense. Like, okay, I can give 400 points at the end of the year for whatever reason I like. That's fine. But here they try to make it, this is how you get to this level, and I'm okay. Enough of Gen V. Darkmo, your series score.
So for this season, Sorry, I can't give it a pass mark. So let's be clear. I just want to see how bad mark I want to give it.
It's not. You can't even give it.
It's not getting a pass mark for me.
No, it's not a pass mark.
So I'm going to give it. Actually, I know what I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it a 1.8 out of 5.
Okay. 1.2 for me.
Wow.
And that's me struggling to give it that 1.2. I don't like it at all.
But does Kex like it?
Kex likes some bits, but overall,
Yeah.
it might be more generous than we
Yeah,
have
I
been.
think Kex probably, and he will give a score next week when it comes. But if I'm going to guess, I think Kex will still score it at least 2.5. I will be
No,
guessing.
it won't get up to half mark. It won't
You
get the
think
pass
so,
mark
yeah?
from Kex.
Okay.
I don't think it's get the pass mark.
Okay.
Yeah. It might give it a 2, but yeah. So that's Gen V. And an unfortunate show we've watched, and I'm glad we are rid of.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, Red, we are definitely watching the next shit show we have to do. You're the guinea pig for the next one.
Wait. Did Red skip every single episode of this? Did you watch any?
No. I wish I'd been like you, because
Yeah, you've not missed anything. You literally have not missed anything.
not miss anything. There's no point.
No, but once it started, you guys I just listening to you guys. I wasn't even gonna think about it. So.
Yeah, there's no point watching the show.
Well,
And
thank you for your service.
When the boys comes back, they'll do all these little catch-up things that you
Catch up things I will say.
Yeah.
All you need to know is at the end of it, some of the students
They all
join
join the
Starlight.
resistance. Yeah.
Yeah, and apparently Marie is on the same level as Homelander, but yeah, nobody cares.
Really?
That's
That's what they are saying.
Wait, is Butcher dead?
No,
Okay.
but yeah. Moving on to our main topic of discussion this week.
Yes, let's do that.
Yeah, so we are recommended to go on a bit of a deep dive into the history of comic book TV shows. Like I said, what we found was surprising. Who can just try to guess when the first comic book property TV show was on air? I'll give it a few seconds. Yeah.
Think about it, our listeners, and if I was a betting man, I bet unless you've actually looked this up previously, you would not be able to guess.
Yeah.
I will be shocked if anybody. I will be shocked if anybody gets it within plus or minus 10.
Yeah. 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's it. Now, can you reveal the year for the first comic book related TV show?
So the first comic book superhero / rated TV show was 1936. 1936.
So it's pre World War II.
Pre-World War II, pre-Lord of the Rings. I'm like,
So
wow.
When did TV itself start?
I have no idea.
Maybe 1934.
Yeah, this came.
The first TV show, first drama was 1928.
So
The first, and in
8 years.
8 years.
But funny enough, this first one, and as we're talking about, without mentioning the name, you guys listening, you hopefully you might be able to guess before we tell you the show. Well enough, there's one phrase that I think is still used in the UK, well, at least in the UK, that references the show. Even now. Have you heard the phrase, that girl's minging? You've never heard that phrase? Oh, okay.
I don't live in the UK.
Yeah, you
I know the phrase.
yeah.
Yeah.
The origin of that phrase traces its way back to the show. Weird enough.
So I know the phrase, but I didn't know the origin.
Yeah. So the TV show is Flash Gordon. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard of Flash Gordon. They might not realize how old it is. I'm sure I did not realize how old it was.
It's very old.
Yes. 36. That's
Like-
a big deal.
So,
I remember when I first heard of Flash Gordon, I thought that was the full name of the Flash, till I realized it was a different property. Yeah.
I mean,
Till I realized it was a different property. Then I thought it was copying the Flash.
Yeah, I know. It's the senior boy to Flash.
Yeah.
It's senior Flash.
Yeah, way senior boy. So Dakpo, how was the premiere episode when you watched it?
You're mad. I saw you. Yeah, man. I watched some of these on reruns. I mean, I'm too bad there were many seasons that came after. So I'm not even sure if I watched the original season ever or any episodes. But Flash Gordon was, when we were kids, it was just always on TV in one form or the other.
Yeah.
And it was part of our psyche as a kid. Flash Gordon, adventurer, sci-fi, And that word I was mentioning, his enemy in this show was Emperor Ming.
Ming the Emperor.
Yeah, Ming the Emperor. So at some point in the last 10 years, if they say you're Minging, it means you're ugly because you look like Emperor Ming.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I can imagine how racist that show was.
So Ming in that looks like the way they used to stereotype people from that area of the East.
Kublai Khan.
Yeah, the very over slanted eyes, the very long, thin
pencil mustache and the beard
with cackles. Yeah. It was very on the nose, stereotypical. But so first TV show. Now, don't ask me my view of this. I watched this as a kid. I watched episodes here and there. I never really sat down and watched a season from beginning to end. It was just something that as a kid, it was in the background and we watched Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, for what I remember of it, it's probably pretty much unwatchable nowadays. As a show.
Yeah. So what comes after Flash Gordon?
Quick aside, there was a Flesh Gordon. Did you ever hear about that?
Was it porn? Because there's no way that it must be porn. There's no way that's not porn.
No.
Yes.
It's not.
It's not.
Yeah, right. Explain yourself.
Explain, please.
I don't know. I'm asking. I've heard about Flesh Gordon.
I think you're very
You asked.
It's comedy. It's sci-fi comedy. It was a movie. So I'm asking if there was any relationship. I don't know. Yeah.
Flash Gordon is a 1974 American science fiction sex comedy. So yeah, porn.
So it was porn. See, Red, try to make it out like it's some high.
Okay, moving on.
Right. So those tapes, you better go and hide them somewhere else, please.
I don't know. You still have tapes?
So the next one.
So
yeah, go on. You gonna say something?
Well, actually, the next couple of ones they're also like Flash Gordon in that they were not yet proper superhero TVs.
Yep.
Like they're not proper superheroes the way we know them, but they've also been reboots of them in this new millennium of ours. Yep. That they should still be in the public consciousness. Yep. So following Flash Gordon, we had Dick Tracy, Lone Ranger, and Green Hornet. I didn't realize how old Lone Ranger and Green Hornet were.
Yes,
like they were this old.
Again, I didn't realize how old they were.
Yeah.
How old is Green Hornets? Let's talk about that.
Well, according to this here, it came out in the 1940s. In 1940.
Wow, I would have thought it was 60s.
Yeah, it feels that way.
Yeah.
Wait. There's no way. So
I know.
Bruce Lee. So Bruce Lee was in the movie. And how old is Bruce Lee?
No, I think now that I've seen this year, I'm thinking Bruce Lee joined
an older one.
The latest seasons of this.
And made it popular, Okay.
Made it popular.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I think that's what's happened.
That has to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even the Lone Ranger.
Yeah, no, because Bruce Lee joined the one in 1960. Okay. This is the one in 1940. There are two different series.
There are two different ones. Okay. But I didn't even know the property was that old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So in my mind, the Bruce Lee one was when it started.
It was the original, yeah.
In my mind. Yes. But it was from the 1940s. And even the Lone Ranger. The Lone Ranger was very popular when I was growing up. But I guess now.
Most likely not the same Lone Ranger.
It's not this one. It was the reboot or the rehashes one. It was big in the UK. I don't know about anywhere else, but I'm sure it was big in America. It must have been big in America because it was.
It's America. It was with the Western and Tonto.
Tonto. Yeah. I mean, we've had that about a few years ago. I don't know how many years ago. So
with Johnny Depp,
Yeah, I think most people would have people even now. You're probably heard of Green Hornet, heard of Lone Ranger, Dick Tracy.
I mean, there was a Green Hornet reboot. There was a Lone Ranger, an infamous Lone Ranger reboot.
There was
that
a Dick
bombed.
Tracy. There was a Dick Tracy.
There have been
reboot,
multiple
but
Dick
even,
Tracies.
even that reboot is old. Dick Tracy,
No, there was one by
Beatty.
Warren Beatty. Yeah, that's the one.
Warren
Yeah.
Beatty, Cool.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, there have been multiple incarnations of this particular character. Like Dick Tracy was a detective.
Yeah.
So not exactly superhero, but like there is that element there.
Yeah.
Green Hornet was like a proper Batman type superhero.
Yeah, but with
the car and everything.
Yeah. And Lone Ranger also, that's like, okay, these are things that, well, different origin stories, but it's been interesting to have all of these particular characters basically being depicted back in those days.
Okay.
And like this is the genesis of where we started seeing what we mean by super, like this is the first idealization of superheroes in America. So it's like seeing how that evolved, moving from this kind of background to purely science background in later years.
Yep. I mean, it's weird. Even Dick Tracy always had this element of sci-fi with it because he had that watch. I always remember he had this like futuristic watch. And now I don't remember how that was explained. Where he got that from?
Was it ever explained?
I don't think so.
I like that. I like that kind of mystery. We don't have those kind of mysteries anymore, where there's just something that nobody bothers to explain, and it's just part of the fabric of the show. Yeah. So moving on to like after this particular generation, we now have what we recognize as common superheroes now.
Yep.
And the first one was Captain Marvel, Adventures of Captain Marvel.
Yes.
And special mention.
Can you clarify for our listeners? Because I know the young people of nowadays, they will get confused. Please explain to them who Captain Marvel is, please.
So this is the Marvel superhero TV show, like for what's her name again? That is currently played by, you saw in Endgame. Yeah, so she's
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers, yeah. So this is the Adventures of Captain Marvel in the back then, and amazing stuff. It came out very early in those days. Like wow.
That was not agreeing with
Are
you.
you mad? You want to mislead our listeners. So our listeners, this Captain Marvel is the original Captain Marvel. It's the one that some people nowadays know as Shazam.
So question for you. The TV show Shazam.
Yes.
There was a TV show called Shazam. What's that? What was that? What was it?
There was an animated show.
Yeah.
No, a TV show, not animated, with a kid. Was called Shazam.
Yeah. The Power of Shazam. It was called Captain Marvel with the Power of Shazam. And then when it started getting into this whole issue about not putting Captain Marvel as the biggest title, because I think that happened in the 50s when they lost the right to use that name, they'll start calling it Shazam, starring Captain Marvel. And I think it was a Shazam Power Hour. I need to remember the exact title of the show. But yeah, so the first ever TV superhero show was Captain Marvel. Back then,
it was a 12 episode. Yeah, 12 episode TV show. Like, yeah, it's impressive that it's been out that long. I would like to see what the world would be like in an alternate universe where Fawcett Comics still existed all its own.
Well,
how they would have played it into this modern age.
I'll keep quiet. I don't want to talk about how DC was a bully and what.
We've heard that several times.
Yes.
Yeah, but one show that it deserves a special mention, despite being animated, is Superman, which I think broke ground for being animated. Like the animation quality in that Superman broke ground for it sets the standard for what animation can be and what animation can look like. I think even up to today, there are several animation I would put below the quality of that particular Superman animation without even joking. So Superman the animated series.
And just to make a point, we purposely mentioned this one, even though it's animated. We're not going to mention any more animation, but we thought it's a pivotal time that this was the first superhero TV show that was animated, Superman.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. Like you can still catch clips online. It's now the logo of DC basically. Like the first thing you see when they show the DC logo, it's an homage to that. It's the first one you see him catching. I remember vividly the episode of him catching a falling building, stopping a train, rescuing Louis Lane from the robots. Like those episodes still stick very vividly in my mind, despite watching this thing ages ago. So there's that. And then we also had a Batman TV show, which is not Adam West. I'm like, okay, I didn't realize they made Batman back then like that, but it's interesting. We also had things like The Phantom and Captain America,
Yep.
the TV shows. Captain America, obviously, because of World War happening, they needed propaganda to fill the role as the propaganda machine for them back then. But yeah, this particular generation, we've finally seen the breakthrough of comic TV shows into like proper comic TV shows, and some of them really good as well. Any of these things that stand out to you, Darkworth?
No, so the Superman one, the animated one we've talked about. Now the Batman one, I don't really remember this. I think I've seen some clips online, and just to be very clear, this was done in I think in a serious mode. We're going to come on to the one that most people reference when they talk about the original Batman TV series. This is before that, and I think they tried to take a more serious tone, but obviously we're talking about the 40s here. And with the same project. I don't remember this. I only remember seeing clips, so I probably never sat down to watch a full episode, even of this show. So I'm not familiar with that. The Phantom, which is the same year, I remember again seeing bits of that somewhere, or some rerun somewhere. I'm not familiar. Now Captain America, and this is the one I want to make sure I'm not getting confused. There is one particular one that I saw that's really old as well, but it doesn't feel that it's 1944 old. If I'm being honest.
No, not. Are you
That
talking
should be
about
a
the one?
different one.
With Matt.
You're talking about the one with a bike with a shield,
Thank
where
you.
the shield is
With
a bit
Matt Skidding
transparent.
Guy. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not.
Okay,
Yeah, that's
good,
not. That's not.
So again,
old,
this is one that I don't really know. If I'm being honest, don't really know it.
Okay, so from this one, did you watch The Adventures of Captain Marvel?
Oh, I didn't watch it then, but I've watched it since. I've watched episodes of it. It's very funny. I think what's funny is when he flies, you could tell he's just jumping off a building or jumping off a raised ledge, and then they cut away, and it's really bad.
So I think that what you are mistaken. The Captain America you referred to on this list is an animated show as well.
Oh,
it's not a.
It's not listed here as animated. Okay, fine.
Yeah, what I'm
Okay.
looking at, it looks like it's the animated TV
Oh,
show.
okay, then that will explain.
That's
Okay,
yeah. It's an animated TV show. And then moving on from that particular generation, because we tried to break it here because of how iconic the next one is on our list.
Yep.
And this is one I think everybody should know. Either you've seen clips online, you've seen the character or whatever. Adam West Batman
Yes.
in 1966.
Yes.
with Boy Wonder.
Yeah, with Boy Wonder. Red, I'm sure you caught the premiere of this one. The joke is just too funny not to make. How was your experience watching this as it was coming out?
I remember clearly when they couldn't dispose of a bomb.
Oh yes, yes. It's funny. So what year? What was the first year of this? Sorry, I'm trying to.
That's about
66. 66.
So 66. So here's the thing. So that means I could not have watched it in 66. But
No,
when
no, it's not
when I was
possible.
when I was growing up, this is one of the first TV shows I remember watching 1 week after the next week. You know, like I had to
Like,
wait next week back time next. But at the point,
Was it as
serialized.
campy as? Like, did it feel as campy as it feels now back then? Or it was just like that is how TV shows were made?
So let's be honest. So I had not started reading. I was not yet. So I got into comics reading.
Yeah.
So in about 72, 73. So I started reading comics.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm sure I was watching this show before I started reading comics.
Okay.
So I was introduced to Batman via this show.
Yeah.
And I was hooked
On this particular
on the show. And everybody was hooked. and they were always ended on cliffhangers.
Oh, okay.
And there was always this thing like, and it's always most of the times it's always either Batman in danger or Robin about to die. You know, they always fall into one of the traps of their villains. And then I always remember when it ended, it would be like, will Robin die? Holy moly! Will Batman save him? Tune in next back week, next back channel, back something. It's really corny when you think about it, but
back then it was
we absolutely loved it. I was obsessed with this, and the casts. They said to just throw all their body into this. Like it was really over the top. The Joker,
they fully committed to
it was great. It was great, but it was doing damage to
how
it was doing damage to how superheroes will be perceived for decades. Comics will not recover from this image until the 80s.
Well,
because everybody grew up with this being
with this idea
as cheesy, really campy stuff.
But, But I feel like because we've lost our ability to enjoy cheese.
You guys are too critical. You judge everything now.
Yeah, we are way too. I feel like is it that we've gotten way too judgmental about TV shows that are trying in earnest, and that we overlook the enjoyment for some flaws there and there.
No, but
I
don't think. Do you think people can't enjoy cheese now?
No, well, not just cheese in general, but like we can't enjoy shows unless they make perfect sense. Every flaw is a thing for us to nitpick.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm also that we will take you at face value of what you're saying you're doing. If you let's use the tick.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna moan about the tick. Tick comes out to you that I'm funny, campy. No, I'm nobody's gonna be trying to work out plot lines but if you're coming to me like you're dead serious show, we could take your face value and judge you on that.
But so we did the same thing for She-Hulk. She-Hulk came out and campy.
No, you did. Let's be very clear who did that.
I'm saying this. That's what I'm saying.
I love She-Hulk. So this is very clear.
Like people took She-Hulk, that's what it comes out as a campy TV show, and like, okay, you know what? We are going to examine the flaws.
She-Hulk wasn't campy though.
It had an element of.
He had a bit of camp, but yeah.
But he wasn't.
People, there was a preset hatred that people were already willing to hate on the show.
For
So and they went for it. I like
fair
that.
enough.
So you people maybe you people have lost your sense of wonder and enjoyment. That's your problem.
Dakpo is saying somebody has lost sense of wonder and enjoyment. Yeah. Dakpo, you can say this with your full chest.
I enjoy She-Hulk. I enjoy She-Hulk. Can you say the same?
It's because Kex is not here and I am too tired to deal with this right now.
You know what? Let's be frank. Kex is part of the modern day problem.
What's that? What are we minutes? What? So we can
Kex is part of the modern day problem. But when he got these Titans, he be shining his teeth. That rubbish. But anyway, let's
move on.
Let's move on before we digress.
Before we digress too much to insulting. So Adam West, it redefined what TV shows could be. It deserves a plaque all of its own.
Yeah,
and then we had other shows. Yeah, other shows like the $6 Million Man. I've never heard of it. / the Bionic Woman. I think this was Red's favorite show growing up.
Time out. You never heard of it?
Never heard of it. Really? This is my first time hearing of the $6 Million Man. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Never.
Red. Sometimes we have to be very careful that maybe what we think is our experience.
It's definitely not. Yeah.
It's not. I'm sorry, I don't expect today to have watched it, but not to have heard of it.
Yeah. Never. Like it doesn't come up in pop culture. Like once I saw the tagline, what the premise of the show is about, I can see all the different shows it has inspired.
Right.
But there was no way for me to like, okay, I'm linking this back to
Right.
$6 Million Man or
Yeah.
Bionic Woman. I'm like, okay,
I mean, I'm very funny. Even Cyborg,
yeah,
to me,
yeah,
it's
it's
$6 million.
based from that, yeah.
$6 million man. Yeah.
Yeah, like there've been so many Terminator, RoboCop itself.
Yes.
So there've been so many different shows that have come out with this particular premise, and like, okay,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see what the origin was.
And again, that show, and listeners, please, I'm not telling you to go and watch that show because
Nobody's telling you to watch those.
it will not hold up now. But back then,
Yeah.
it was a big deal. It was a big deal. $6 Million Man, Bionic Woman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
good
like
memories. Yeah, good memories.
that's
Right. So where
wow.
are we going to next? Which one?
So the next one is Wonder Woman. The
Well, everybody
Linda
knows that
Carter-
one.
This is like everybody knows Linda Carter's version. If not for the fame, if you've not seen the clip of her running, then please, I don't know what you're doing. But that
But
clip
this
was
came out. This came out the
everywhere
same. This thing came out the same time as
at
$6
$6
Million
million.
Man.
Yeah. Well,
So-
because I
so
think
you have
it's
to-
Wonder Woman, and like people are always paying homages to Linda Carter's version. Like whenever they're talking about making a new Wonder Woman TV show, new Woman, everybody just goes back to Linda Carter. She also showed.
Does that have anything to do that she showed a lot of skin and she was a beauty queen?
Yes. Of
No,
course.
I'm talking about
Okay.
how she has shown up
I'm
in pop
talking-
culture till today. Like she even showed up in the new Wonder Woman movie.
Yes.
She showed up in Wonder
Yeah.
Woman movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in the post-credit screen.
Yeah, so
84.
like people still remember that particular version. It still gets talked about a lot.
Yeah.
Even people that were born after the fact, they know
Yeah.
it. They remember it.
They will remember it.
So
We've
this
watched-
is also this thing always make me. This is something that when it came out, I was at the age where I could literally
Appreciate
watch it and not even appreciate it. I was, but I could watch it and know it's a superhero. It's Wonder Woman. But even then, even at that age, I enjoyed it. It wasn't a serious show, if that makes sense. I was old enough to think, okay, this is just nice fun, okay, and even the effects, even though for those ages, for that time, it might be cutting edge, I was still slightly unimpressed, but that's only because I was now a comic reader, and I could see the. You go on.
No, I was just.
Oh yeah.
I remember her in an invisible jet, and I thought that was well done then, back then.
Yeah. So it's like Wonder Woman, up to today, it's still a lasting mark on how comics are being written. Like, it's why I said she has that effect that up to today, when Grant Morrison was writing his H1 version of comic of Wonder Woman, he still talks about the Linda Carter version.
Right.
Almost any author that is picking up the pen to write Wonder Woman, they still refer back to this particular version. Like, it's that iconic. So yeah,
Okay.
Wonder Woman. Then we have the Incredible Hulk.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Gotta take time and pay proper homage.
So
Okay.
personally, this is where I was already fully. I was not by this time. I was a full comic geek. I did the first TV show that was comic based that I thought was The Chef's Kiss. So this is, the way. I guess some people nowadays will say, I don't know, Arrow, how Arrow was so great to them, or this to me was
Arrow.
okay. What
Please.
what's a modern day version? Okay, for you today, what would you say the first TV superhero show that you watched that you thought, oh my god, it's done properly, it's not taken seriously, it's excellent? What would that be for you?
That would be Smallville.
Right. So
Up
this
to a point. Yeah.
This
What's your
for me-
Smallville?
This was how Smallville back then. It was Hulk. There was no. Even now when people look at it, they might say, it's still a bit cheesy. But back then, no. To us, it was dead serious. It was done. It was almost. It was not quite comic accurate, but it was enough accurate to comics that I loved this show beyond doubts. And then they started doing cameos of other superheroes.
Superheroes.
Thor showed up.
Yeah, Thor was there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Thor was there.
and Daredevil came at one point.
That was a cut scene, right?
Yeah.
Cut case, yeah.
Yeah. So for me, the Incredible Hulk is seminal.
And the way they always ended it with that
Walking
piano
away.
riff,
Yeah.
walking away, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
Nice.
show. That was a good show.
Nice. That's good to hear. Superboy. After this,
Yes.
I don't even remember that.
it's falling in the annals of history.
I watched this, but it was okay. Again, because I was a superhero fanboy, I was lapping everything up.
Yeah.
But it was nowhere near the level of Incredible Hulk. But in my mind, I always remember that when Smallville came, Smallville strongly reminded me of the vibe of Superboy. But done better, with more budget and more money, obviously. Yeah, so you were going to say...
Because why I'm talking about Superboy is like, there have been so many Superman live-action animated productions over the years that gets talked about.
Yes,
the animated series, the radio show, the various different adaptations you can think of. This particular show never gets talked about, never gets brought up in conversation.
I don't even know about it.
No,
yeah,
but funny enough, a lot of the time you see these pictures of Superman through the ages.
Yeah,
and they'll show different images. Always, this guy is always among them, and he's one. All people say, "Who the fuck is that?" It's one people always put out, "Who's that?" And I don't know why. I do remember there was an issue with Siegel and Schuster.
Yeah,
because they were having multiple court cases against DC.
Yeah,
and Superboy, because of Superboy, that's a separate case, and I think that's one of the few cases they actually won. So I'm wondering.
Okay.
So have you got this Superboy? What year was it? How many episodes did they do?
It was 4 seasons.
Yeah,
Let me check. I don't have how many episodes. It was 4 seasons. Yeah.
4 seasons.
So
1988.
There's no excuse why it's so hard.
It gets skipped. Yeah.
There's no excuse.
But before we move on, I just realized we skipped the George Reeves Superman.
Oh, did you?
Was that movie? The Adventures of Superman? Yeah, 1952.
Yeah.
Adventures of Superman. So yeah, that was. I think that should also be a classic one. Like I put it up there.
In America, I do know.
Yeah, it
was big. If I remember correctly, this show actually crossed over with the biggest show in America that then. I Love Lucy. Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, I Love Lucy.
The Lucy had a crossover with this show.
Yeah. So because this moved from black and white to color.
Yes.
Like you have seasons in black and white, we have seasons in color as well, and I'm like, okay, yeah, George Reeves Superman should be mentioned because you can't. I'm not going to mention Superboy and then not mention George Reeves Superman. But then we had like the Human Targets and Swamp Thing. These are both out there TV shows. In terms, they are not mainstream superheroes, but they still have their comic books. They still have they're not classic superheroes. But I think you watched both.
No, I didn't.
Oh, really?
I watched some of Swamp Thing, and I watched the episode here there, and I knew it was a comic book. When the Human Attacker was on, I knew it was on. I did not know it was related to any comic. I did not know it was comic related. I only found out this was comic related a few weeks ago when some of you guys were saying, I said, what?
Wait, you didn't read the Tom King book? That was like a few years ago.
No. I read Tom King book. No,
yeah.
You don't know what I'm trying to say here. I knew of that TV show back in the day. But you
didn't know it was the same one as the...
Yeah, I didn't know. Back in the day, I didn't know it was comic related at all because I didn't know that character then.
Yeah.
So when I now know that character, Human Target in the comics, I didn't realize that was the same character that had that show. So I did not know. I didn't know. I thought those two were two separate things entirely. So
I get it.
So yeah, it's weird. I did not know.
But was it good?
I didn't really watch it. I think I watched one episode of. All I remember was that this guy was he can change his look and appearance to take some people's place.
Yeah.
So I feel it was not a show really worked like that.
Okay.
Even Swamp
Fair
Thing,
enough.
I watched a couple of them, and even then, because I wasn't really, even though I knew Swamp Thing was comic based, but I was
You did.
to me Swamp Thing was too esoteric of a character for me, and I didn't really care about it. And also, I should say this: by that time, I was in my Marvel phase, and because back then it was almost a common progression. You start with DC, and when you get
Yeah.
into your teens and stuff like that, you drop DC and you go into Marvel.
I never did that.
Yeah,
DC for life.
but you know why? I'll tell you why now. Because by the time you came around,
Yeah.
DC had stopped being what it used to be. No, but basically DC kept it. DC's audience, the target was kids, and they
Yeah.
kept it. And even they were saying, no, we are talking to kids. Marvel said, no, we're not doing that. We're going for teenagers, graduates, university. And it was only, but later on,
It still shows in their DNA. Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
DC did. I mean, I have to give DC credit. So that's part of what from I think it was around the Crisis area. Crisis was
Yeah.
the first attempt. They started getting more and more
I
mature.
think the first serious arc I read was Marvel Cloak and Dagger with the drugs
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like the first real adult themed comic I read.
Okay, so what's the next show?
So the next one is another classic Superman show, Lewis and Clark.
Yes.
This is a show I can clearly remember. I think for you mentioned it was, I can't remember the one you mentioned, that Adam West. For me, it was Lewis and Clark. That I can clearly remember watching it week on week.
Right. Okay.
Like as the episode drops every Sunday night, everybody goes on to watch Lewis and Clark.
Yes.
So it was that type of show for me growing up.
And I think Lewis and Clark
Yeah.
was a very inclusive show.
Yeah.
In terms of like almost every member of the family could watch it. It was safe for the children, and the parents also got, I guess, something out of it. Yeah. It was very popular, and
Very popular.
and the fact that Terry Hatcher was, a very good looking lady did not hurt the ratings
At all.
And then we have to mention, since we're talking about that show, we have to mention one of the most classic. Would you call it a poster or movie that they did for that show with Terry Hatcher just wearing the cape and nothing else?
I'm sure you would remember that. I'm sure you have that poster.
I don't remember that. You're the only one that remembers is that one.
I'm looking at today pretending that he didn't remember.
I don't actually. I was a kid when I was watching all of this. Yeah, what I remember were very classic episodes and going to school to go and like we watched on Sunday night. On Monday morning, we are discussing the episode of what happened.
In school.
Yeah, it was that kind of show where, because I still remember clear episodes where there was one where it was in a small box, the box kept shrinking. There was one where it was in an island with Terry Hatcher, and they kept losing their clothes. There was one where
Easy guy.
See what you remember.
Yeah, see what's coming out now. That's the one he's remembering.
those were episodes in the show. I think there's even one where it was in this show he tried to shave his beard with the mirror.
Yes.
He was shaving his beard with the mirror.
I
Yes, it was the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was classic. It was a very classic TV show growing up, Lewis and Clark. And now there are two that are not exactly, two or three in this time period that are not exactly superhero TV shows,
Okay.
but they are grouped under this category for some weird reason.
Okay, go for it.
There's Power Rangers in general. It's not superhero, but it's like their comics out right now. It falls under that same category. It appeals to the same demography.
They have costumes, they have powers, they have robots. Yeah, you can see
sci-fi.
Why.
Yeah. If it appeals to the same demography of people that watch superhero. There's also Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So this I found weird. Why they put so guys? So listeners, we didn't make this list. We consulted a list, and we were debating why was Buffy
a superhero.
It's if you switch vampires for monsters or villains of the week, it's the same.
No, I think it's more because Buffy herself had powers, technically.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if she was like, okay, I'm fight. Like if you switch the entire story and the vampires are aliens, and without changing anything in the show.
But the one thing I will say in his defense as to why it should be
Yeah.
on this list, but I don't believe that's why they put it on the list. This is just my canon as to why it should be on the list. Is the writer of this show is a big comic book fanboy, and a lot of the episodes of Buffy
Where
literally reference comic arcs, comic stories. The most famous one is when in this, I think it's a show they call it Dark Willow, which was a clear reference to the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah.
So it was written by a lot of comic books. A lot of the characters in there were comic book nerds within the show. So I could say they connected, but I would not put it on the list personally.
Yeah, because I feel like it appeals to the same people that would watch comic book shows. It does the same tropes as people that would watch comic book shows. Like it does a lot of the same arcs, the same storylines. And for me, it's like it's just vampires instead of aliens. Like if you switch it around, it's basically a comic book show. It just neatly falls into the vampire genre.
Did we all watch this?
I watched it. Yeah.
Red? You never watched Buffy?
Did you watch Buffy?
Oh wow.
Wow. Exactly.
I'm tempted to say, I think it still holds up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've seen the episode.
This was what? Which year was this? This was 2000s, right?
Yeah, I remember there's a movie. There's one movie before.
Yeah.
And then they did the show.
Yeah, from 1997.
What?
Yeah.
It's from 97.
Yeah.
How come
And
I
it
didn't
ran
get
for
into
10
it?
seasons because, like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, I won't lie, it is good.
I'm trying to remember why I never got into it because I know it. I've seen a few here, and I just never got into it.
And I can't remember the season now. By the time we got to second season, it was in my mind what you call God tier back then. It got to that, especially all those Dark Willow. It was God tier. They literally had one episode where they sang throughout, and I think that won awards. Yeah. Oh no, they didn't sing throughout. I think it was silent. Was it? It was
a silent episode.
Yeah,
it was a silent episode.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why Josh Whedon was considered like God tier in terms of to comics. Yeah. Because of a lot of what he did in Buffy. He pioneered a lot of techniques with Buffy that like people should go back and say, oh wow, okay. There was a time where like there was a robot husband that mom was dating in one random episode. There were so many different cliches.
We've seen that in other places.
Yeah, but this was one of the first times in TV show that happened. Then I would also throw on this list Dark Angel. I know you guys don't like it on this list, but I will throw it there. Because
I don't know. I understand where you're coming from, putting it in there, but it's one of those ones that if it was me, I would not be adding it
because it's superpowers. Yeah, they all have superpowers. It's the same, like kids escaping. Basically, what Stranger Things is doing, they did it first. In terms of kids have powers, escape. Jessica Alba.
Yeah, Jessica Alba.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was my.
What's the movie? What was the movie Dolph Lundgren had? There was a movie. Was that Dark Angel also?
There was an old Dolph Lundgren Dark Angel. I remember trying to go back to look for Dark Angel.
Where it's where was dealing with an alien from space who did drugs. Okay. So I'm not mixing it up.
So
I never watched Dark Angel either.
Wow! You should. That also holds up in my Dark Angel.
Oh no! Also, it's about Dark Angel. Right, I know I loved that show when it came out.
Yeah,
but it didn't complete, did it?
It didn't complete. It ended on a cliffhanger. Yes, on a very painful cliffhanger.
Yes. So like I would never tell anybody to go watch that because you would. You it's like you have blue balls.
Yeah, but like the cliffhanger at the end was. But I think the story up until that point was very good. It's like. What Firefly is to some people nowadays is what Dark Angel is to me.
So that's what
in terms of yeah. So now we're getting for me to the big one, which is Smallville.
Okay.
Smallville, early 2000s, is the big one. It made Superman big again. Like it made Superman fun for so many people. It was live action. It was TV. We saw him as a teenager. for the first time,
drama,
there was a lot of teen drama. It was him and Lex was his friend, which was like, oh, okay. There was the Real Deal Won't Deal with Lana with what's her name again? The one that became a cultist.
Oh, Chloe.
Chloe Sullivan, who became like a proper character in her own right in that particular show. Like she was the fan favorite character for the longest time. Yeah.
So now, for me, Smallville is the starting point of, in my view, of the new era,
the modern era. Yeah.
TV shows. I mean, I spoke about the Hawk. We've spoken about Lewis and
Clark. Yeah.
I think this is, and I remember when this came on, I go, oh god, and it also almost, I won't say exclusively, but also very respectful to comic readers in what they were doing. So I think this is the start of the modern era of TV shows for comic books.
Yeah, I think this wrote the playbook of what people expect from modern TV superheroes. In terms of like, if you see a show that people think is bad right now, it's usually because it deviates in some way from what Smallville laid the groundwork for in terms of storytelling and all of that. So that's...
I mean, don't get me wrong, Smallville had its own issues.
A lot of issues.
A lot of issues.
Yeah. We can go deep and dig into what the amount of issues Smallville has. Like, later seasons were just a mess, but it's up there. There was the Justice League episode, which is still a classic episode.
For me, it's not just League.
That's one of the best episodes of TV. Yeah.
You know what, for me? The Legion of Superhero episode.
Yeah.
I love that. And that's because I was a Legion of Superhero.
You like the Legion of Superhero?
Yeah. Seeing them in live action. Oh. Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Like, there's so many things.
I mean, what year was this today? Remind me.
From 2000, I think.
So,
2001.
The reason why I asked this is the one I'm expecting that at least, no matter how any of our listeners should be old enough to have at least remember Smallville.
Yeah.
Because you ran for a while.
Yeah.
For 10 seasons.
Yeah, 10 seasons, yeah.
10 seasons. It's the Lex Luthor, I think, is still my favorite. Michael Rosenbaum is still one of my favorite Lex Luthors ever. The Tom Welling, maybe not my best Superman, but like the supporting character.
It was accurate.
I like him a lot.
Yeah.
In a weird way, I don't even count him as Superman, if I'm being honest. Because of the way they show
Superboy.
They show him as Superman. You know, so
he never wore the costume until the very end of the series where it decides to save it. And it's like, even his mom becoming Checkmate, they introduced a lot of concepts from the comics. There was Checkmate in it at some point. Even Lex Luthor's father, Lionel Luthor, a lot of things.
It delved deep into the lore of comics. We saw a lot. Martian Manhunter. They went for a lot.
They started bringing everybody in. At some point, everybody was in there.
Like, even the Watchtower, the way they created the Watchtower, I'm like, yeah. And even the comics that came afterwards, I still go back to read those comics because of how good they were.
One episode I remember with such fondness.
Yeah,
it's when he met
Christopher Reeves.
Nope, when he met somebody else, a teenager.
Flash.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah, the one who tried to reach Flash.
Yeah, that is the one. Yeah. I love that episode. I can't even lie. It's my memory. When Bart dusted him, started running backwards.
It was so much good fun. There was the episode where he met Zatanna. I really liked that episode as well.
Yes. He met a lot of people.
Yeah.
When I think about
except
everyone was in
Batman.
that show.
Except Batman. They purposely kept Batman away from the show. And Wonder Woman. I don't think he met Wonder Woman in the show as well.
No, he didn't. No.
It was in the comics that they met up with Wonder Woman and Batman.
Wasn't there an episode where Bruce Wayne broke down outside Smallville, but they never crossed paths? I'm pretty sure there was a scene.
Can't remember that.
They broke down and we thought, oh God, they're going to meet. But no, they didn't.
But no, yeah. Well, yeah, Smallville, because it even used for a long time, it was serialized with the idea of green rocks giving people powers, and that was the Monster of the Week.
Monster of the Week, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Monster of the Week.
Yeah, but yeah, Smallville, I love that show a lot. So,
that was really, really good.
Yeah. But then before we round up, there are two big other shows that deserve to be mentioned in this list in terms of what they've done for superheroes in TV, and that is Heroes and Misfits.
Heroes started. Yes, I mean that was a new take.
Yeah.
On being powered and the whole.
I think for the longest time, being powered was like being in another world. Yeah. The world doesn't function like our world at all. People had powers, but Heroes was like, okay, what if people in this world got powers? Yeah. And
Heroes season 1 was massive.
Yeah. Everybody was looking forward to save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a good
What
show.
does that mean? Yeah. And the powers were very unique and they were new in terms of what had been shown on TV before. And they were very good. There was the Hiro Nakamura, the guy with time travel powers, the people that kept on stealing powers. Yeah. People stealing power. Sylar that was cutting off people with their powers. Peter Petrelli, which they were trying to scale up because he could collect parts from everybody, and they were trying to scale him up like that in that direction.
But then in subsequent seasons, they didn't know what to do with Peter.
Overpowered. When you have an overpowered character, you have to find a way to get rid of him.
I mean, they lost away.
That's big.
Yeah.
I would. Everybody will always appreciate them for season 1 at least. That they give us.
It was good.
A very great season.
Then the unrimmed glasses guy, the guy that was hunting them, that's how you took a villain.
Was that not Peter's dad at some point?
No, it was the cheerleader's dad.
Yeah,
was the cheerleader's dad? I know it was someone's dad. Yeah,
that actor became famous.
He became a good guy.
Yeah.
He became famous for that role. Let me try and find him because
I want to find his name. I don't know. I can't remember.
I knew it was someone's dad, but I couldn't remember who.
Jack Coleman.
Was that his name?
That's Jack Coleman. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Noah Bennett. Yeah. I'm like, okay, because he just shows up and he was just menacing. Yep. Whenever you see him, you know something is going down, and he didn't even have any powers. He was just working for this very shadowy organization. So yeah, Heroes changed the game. It allowed us to expect more from superheroes. Like, okay, you can actually be grounded in your storytelling. You can actually tell a good story that is grounded in reality. And then there's also Misfits.
Now, I'm not sure a lot of people would have watched Misfits.
Because I think it was big.
Yeah, was it not just
for that period? No, I
always felt it was like a UK hit. I didn't realize
it was big in Nigeria as well.
Oh, good, that's good. Okay, I'm glad to hear.
When did it come out? What year?
2010 or so.
Yeah, it was big hair.
But I had moved by then.
Yeah. You had, but it launched. There's two of them that are at least very big still now in acting. One of the guys from Umbrella Academy came from this show. It's really. How would you describe it? It was. Okay.
I think it's the first adult superhero TV show.
Very adult themed, and the heroes. Let's be very clear. They're not heroes.
They are teens.
They are teens. No, they're not even just teens. They're a bunch of criminal teams. They're literally. What's it?
They're killing people anyhow. They are serial killers.
I mean, they got their powers while they were on
in juvie.
As a juvie. So it's a very good. It's very edgy in a way.
Yeah, I think it's like if you ever said, okay, we can be realistic with our superhero telling. This one said, okay, we can be edgy. We can go the anti-hero direction, and it gave. I would say Misfits gave birth to the boys. In terms of because of what Misfits did in terms of pushing the storytelling for superheroes, it's like, okay, we can have a bunch of assholes have power and tell a story with them. Like
that's what they were a bunch of assholes.
Yeah,
and some of them were horny assholes as well.
On the kids, like, but it was very. I think it worked because we were very relatable kids.
That's where the guy came from as well. I just remembered.
Yeah,
the guy who played Ramsay Bolton.
Yes.
That's where you go.
Yes.
When you watch it, Red, I just thought there's 3 people you recognize instantly that came from the show.
I'll go and check. I'll probably check out.
Yeah, you should check it out. I think it's still older because it was low budget, so they were not really. There was no budget for like special effects for powers.
Mate,
so you were hooked in by the drama.
Do you know who made this show?
Who?
Channel 4. Red. It's Channel 4. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Channel 4. It was a Channel 4 program. So yeah, you know what? They don't have big money. So,
none of their powers were like, oh, I can. Yeah, it was. And it wasn't even the main focus. It was like what they were doing with the powers. The guy that could turn invisible, the guy that cannot die, who didn't discover his powers until he tried to kill himself. Yeah, it was a fun TV show to watch until they tried to make it so complex. But the first season also, I'll recommend it for anybody to watch because I would love to stop there because after that generation, we've got into the modern era of like what I call our present age of TV shows, where we have the CW era, starting with Arrow. We have the Marvel TV show universe, starting with Adventures or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then the Netflix Defenders, and then all the Nickelodeon shows as well. But like,
so if you take that whole era, are we still in that era, or did the Disney show start another era? Or I'm just trying to work. How would you divide it up?
I'll say CW.
I'll say CW started a new era.
So CW. No.
Okay, go on.
We're not in the era. I'll move to Disney. Disney.
I think Disney started a new era with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, with the MCU stuff.
WandaVision. Yeah.
Oh.
Because Disney started the era because Disney's era became very closely connected to the movies.
Yeah.
He started this era of like high budgets, very big budget TV shows that they are basically cinema movies but done on TV format.
I'm confused. So the Misfits, does that end an era, or do you roll that into?
No, I'll consider the end of an era. Yeah, I'll put it in the previous era.
Yeah.
Okay, so what comes next after that?
CW, then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Up until when?
Disney
MCU shows.
Yeah.
So
not
then
WandaVision.
So do we have a new era now?
Yeah, we're in the WandaVision era.
Yeah, WandaVision era.
Because
so
now when they are making superhero TV shows, it's high budget. It's rare to find a low budget, like serious TV show that is not camp. I remember the Adi Shakna TV show that we talked about a while ago. The one where it was a political parody about nuclear war. That the superhero. Yeah, we talked about it. I'll try and find the name. It was a Netflix TV show.
No, I watched that show.
We watched it.
I tried to remember what it was called.
Yeah. Where... I can't remember the name, but yeah. There was that as well. But it's rare to find low-budget TV superhero shows that are good. Let me put it that way. But I would like to see a return to like Heroes, Misfits, Supercell. I was going to mention Supercell. Yes, shows like Supercell. Yeah, season 2 is coming next year, so I'm looking forward to that. They've announced the.
It might be missing one member. might be missing a cast member. Yeah.
There's no way, but Avery's coming next season. Maybe he's filmed all the scenes already.
Maybe they're already filmed. Yeah. They would say.
But I think they can get. They can. I don't think it's that pivotal.
They can walk around.
They can just cut him out.
Yeah. But we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, I would want more of that kind of Supercell thing. If you feel there are any historical shows we've missed, please let us know. Also, I was going to ask this question: if you were to watch any of these shows up until the 2000s, which one would you watch? If you had to watch an episode from any of these shows.
What, are you asking us?
Yeah.
What, we have to watch the whole season or what? Or what was it?
Yeah, maybe a season. I'm going to exclude from Smallville upwards.
Oh.
It's going to be tough.
So it has to be before Smallville?
Before Smallville. The older, the better.
Okay. For me, it can only be one.
Which one?
I think I'd have to go back to Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay. Red?
not so sure. I don't think I could watch any because I see a few here and there on YouTube, and it's just they don't hold up. I struggle, yeah. So I don't think
because I would want us to review one of them.
Whoa.
Let Dakpa do. Dakpa will do Incredible Hulk.
I know. Now I know why. I thought it was just for purposes of just discussion. I didn't know that this guy was trying to give me homework.
Not just you, all of us together. It can't be worse than Jeffy.
Dakpa, you can take the Incredible Hulk one. Tunde will take the Daredevil one.
Because I don't think I can't remember how many episodes they had. I don't think they had a lot of episodes.
We can do just a couple of. We can do a couple of episodes, not a lot. Just to go back and see how it was. Like a proper deep dive.
Well, no, I've rewatched the Thor one. I know I've rewatched the Thor one. I've rewatched the Daredevil one. Yeah. And it's watchable. And I remember because Stan Lee was in the Daredevil one as well.
It was a cut stuff, right? It was
one of the jurors or something like that.
So let's watch the Incredible Hulk, and Red, you have to watch it with us, because you didn't watch Gen V. You don't have excuse.
Okay. I was torn between that and The Adventures of Lewis and Clark, but I think I'd rather watch the Hulk one.
No, I won't watch Adventures of Lewis and Clark again.
Okay. You are letting politics get in the way of good TV.
No, not. It wasn't about politics.
Oh, fuck it. I think what was this guy talking about?
It wasn't about politics, yeah.
Okay. So Incredible Hulk then.
Yeah.
We'll decide how many episodes, and one of these days we'll sit down and properly review it.
We should watch, because they had a couple of TV movies. So we probably just watch one of the TV movies, maybe 2 episodes.
Okay.
Was it Thor one? Was that a TV movie, or was that just an episode?
No, I think that's an episode. I think the Daredevil one was definitely a movie.
TV. Was a TV movie?
A TV movie. So yeah, when I say movie, I mean a
TV movie. Yeah.
Once it's an hour, it becomes a TV movie.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So that's basically. I was going to say that we went down memory lane, but no, we went down history lane. I don't remember all these things, no matter what today tries to insinuate.
Okay, we saw you trying to hide here and there, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, but it was good to see the history of TV shows, like how far we've come in terms of comic books.
Are we in a good place though?
Are we in a good place? Yes. We're in the best place.
You think so?
I think so. I think if you look between...
What are the last 2 shows you watched?
What?
What are the last 2?
Gen V and Peacemaker.
And
yeah.
Your view on both
and they are good. I don't like Gen V.
Just called Gen V 1.
Thank you.
Let me put it this way. In relation to what has come before in history, in terms of what they are allowed to do, the stories they are allowed to tell.
Well, to be honest, if they gave us this Gen V season as it is back in
when you're watching Incredible Hulk, you will be so ecstatic.
Yeah, we will lose our minds.
It's not even going to make it on TV. Censorship boards will have cancelled it.
Yeah. Imagine they gave you Peacemaker back then. You guys would be so excited. Remove all the clean it up. Even Gen V clean it up for TV, and they showed you back then. You guys will be ecstatic about this. So it's
absolutely.
Yeah. We're the best, and we still get things like Marvel Zombies. Yeah, this year we still got stuff like Marvel Zombies, and that was very good by our own standards. So I think we're in the best place.
That's animated though.
Yeah, but it's still there. Okay. So I'm happy. I'm happy about what we are having next year. We have a lot of TV shows coming up. We have Wonder Man. We have Lanterns.
Is next year the first? So are we not getting anything anymore this year?
I don't think so.
I think you're right. I'm just.
Yeah. I don't think so.
We need a break. Good.
Yeah.
Let's do some comics.
Yeah, because next year we're having Wonder Man, we're having Vision Quest, we're having Friendly Neighbor Spider-Man, we're having Born Again, we're having X-Men 97. So it's we're having
X-Men 97 season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Oh, I will not be watching that.
Why?
They ended it on some serious notes last time, so
yeah. I'd like to see where they go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
That was mutant racism and hate. Always shows up when it comes to the X-Men. But yeah, that's where we are right now. It's been a good episode so far, and we can round up here. Yep. Let us know which particular show you guys watched and enjoyed. Let's hear your history on your nostalgia from all of these shows.
And if there's any we missed.
Yeah. There's a lot we had to skip, but if there's your favorite that we missed, please let us know in the comments.
I guess the question I ask is there any show? I mean, I spoke about Incredible Hulk. Tuna spoke about Lewis and Clark. Shows that to you the first time you remember, this is excellent, this is seminal, that we've not mentioned, and that you would like to tell us about. Please let us know. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Except X-Men 97.
It was part of that era.
Yeah, and that it's animated, so we'll skip that. But I'll let that slide. But yeah, okay.
Thankfully.
Funny enough, we didn't mention Mutant X, but that's right.
Yeah, we didn't mention Mutant X and Tick, but yeah, okay.
No worries.
But that's all for today, guys. See you next week, and goodbye.
I'll be here next week.
Let's hope so. Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you later.